Hello, and welcome to MMUGG Talks, a regularly updated podcast.
He lied.
I did. You'll probably have noticed I'm not joined by Henry this time. He's
currently north of the wall. I think that's the Game of Thrones reference I'm trying to make.
No, if he was north of the wall, he'd be in Scotland.
Well,
he's in
close
Cumbria.
enough. It's close enough. We are basically Scotland. We used to be Scotland.
Right.
But this isn't Geography Talks, this is MMU Talks.
Quite right. And
He's
this
not beyond the wall, he's on the wall.
This time I am joined by Seth Watkinson.
Hello.
And I am also joined by George Sales.
That is me.
We go into...
Actually, true stuff.
Yes. We go into this edition of the podcast with no game plan whatsoever, so...
We are going in, balls to the wall. George has been crying in the shower uncontrollably for the past half an hour.
How do you know how I shower?
Thinking about how we're going to do this without topics.
While he gently rubs himself inappropriately.
As he gently scrubs a balsamic juice on his toes.
Oh.
Take those webcams out, please. No. I've told you about... I've tried to take them down. They're stuck on.
George, you don't understand. We're making a killing off Slutload at the moment, off this live webcam show.
George, you can find George's shower cameras on camgirls.net or .gov for those.
On
government sponsored.
twitch.tv/monkeygum.
Monkeygum.
So, I wouldn't recommend this.
Go there for your latest shower cams. Currently, just blackness.
Right, and with that, let's begin the podcast. I guess we'll start by saying, what has everyone been playing recently?
Obviously Counter-Strike, because that's all I seem to play, and City Skylines, and also Alpha Minecraft, because why not? I had the chance. I messed up. I got banned for griefing. Oh well.
You messed up. You just went and griefed that server.
No. Okay, no. Me and my friend, we played it, legit for, about 20 minutes. And then we found a house, and it's oh, there's a flint and steel here. I was like, oh, wait, shit, fire spread on Alpha is, absolutely crazy. Let's do it, because it's funny. And then we burnt down an entire forest by accident.
Yeah, it's like the first time I tried to clear a forest on one of my game worlds. I thought, oh yeah, a bit of fire, I'll get rid of all the trees, except my entire game world began to represent fucking Vietnam during the 1960s.
You created the Fire Kingdom.
Yes.
Let's just element it. And that's our Avatar reference for the day.
Tune in next week for probably no podcast, but maybe an Avatar reference.
Tune in about 6 months down the line when we can be asked to do one of these again.
And then, but no, City Skylines. Adam, you play that a lot. Well, no, you don't. You've been playing it today.
I've only bought it recently. I've only played it for 3 hours because I've been away for 2 weeks.
That's no excuse. You could played with Lego and said it was City Skylines, Skitty Skylines. So I'm about to do there.
Skitty Skylines.
Kitty said.
Well, I for one think City Skylines is wonderful. It's basically SimCity 2013, except someone came along and just went, okay, look, they're fucked up, but here's ours, alright? It's basically the same, but it's everything you actually wanted from SimCity 2013, and more. And it's fantastic, because it actually fucking works. For starters, it doesn't always have always online DRM. And it's just on bigger cities as well. Cities in that game can get stupidly big.
Yeah, I don't know. The city I was using somehow got minus 50k at some point in debt, and kept bringing out loans, which wasn't good. But I don't know. On my world currently that I've kind of just left to rot and die. They're just okay, no. They started complaining about the police and stuff. And then it was well, I've built at least 10 more police stations, and you're still upset about crime. And then people saying oh no, there's this toxic sludge in my backyard. So I'm well, shit.
The one complaint that keeps pissing me off is water. Whereas
Yeah.
like people are like, oh, why do I always have to use bottled water to shower? It's like, are you fucking kidding me? Have you seen the amount of fucking water I've got pumped around this city? You fucking lazy bastard. Just fucking go fucking get some water. Stop fucking whinging, alright? Jesus Christ.
What you've created there is Los Angeles.
Or most places in Spain, because then, well, I don't know. Can Spanish people drink their own water? Because I know when English people go to Spain, it's like, no, you can't drink our water, you'll die.
It's not necessarily you can't
It's
drink
not
it.
that. It's the mineral count in their water.
Yeah, it's essentially because we're not used to it, we'll probably get ill off it. It's not like life threatening. It's just not ideal for us.
It's just a bit of throwing up.
Just a little bit of vomit and a bit of crying. Oh, actually, that's the thing about vomit and crying. How was Australia, Adam?
Australia was wonderful. I went to Brisbane for 2 weeks, and I went to a few other places in that general area of Queensland, and I had a lovely time.
Now, for those of you who don't know Adam in detail, every time he seems to go away abroad, he becomes horrifically ill.
Fuck off. I was completely fine this time.
Yeah, but this time.
That's
But
all.
all the
No,
other times, like Sri Lanka or India.
hang on, rewind. The only time I came back from somewhere and I was horrifically ill was India, and that was because I got the shits, and it was...
No, but you're always like, I don't know, you're quite an ill person, Adam.
That is true, I am kind of an old person, but...
And, like, you are ill quite a lot. Like, you'd come over but like, when I was here in January, or maybe earlier, I can't remember, or later. I don't remember. You was like, oh, I'm tired. Oh, I don't feel well. Oh, I feel a bit queasy. I'm going to go home.
Was it? I wasn't that bad, was I?
It's not as most times you hear. It's like, Adam, I haven't seen you in ages, and you just go home.
I don't remember. What? This January?
No, this is like from all the times it came up.
Well, I don't know. I mean, if it was like during third year, then yeah, I was sick quite a lot. I think it was sort of brought down by stress and shit for the most part.
What are you chuckling at, George?
The fact that Adam's voice went a bit Australian.
He's been there for too long. Did you touch any kangaroos?
I did actually touch a kangaroo. I fed it.
Oh, naughty.
And I got a bit worried because I was feeding it like some feed from the shop at the enclosure we went to.
Just a pack of fucking quavers.
Come on,
Get better.
have a Snickers.
Yeah.
But yeah, you know, it's not like you have your palm flat and you feed a kangaroo, and I got a bit worried because you can feel like its teeth scratching your fingers. And you're thinking, okay, don't eat my fingers. It's fine, don't eat the fingers. But yeah, I stroked it, and there was quite a few of them. It was lovely, except for the part where that same enclosure had emus in it. And for those of you who don't know what it's like to be around an emu, it's like being mugged by an ostrich.
Emus are quite scary, I think.
I don't like emus.
In every sense of emu as well.
Yes.
Like the zoo in
Puppet
Cumbria.
version.
They're roaming around at one point. No,
Yeah.
there's like Barrow Zoo. It's like, oh god, they're just there. There's no one watching you.
I'll
They're
have
just...
you know it is not Barrow Zoo because I'm from the town where that zoo is, young man. It is the South Lakes Wild Animal Park.
Well, everyone I know calls it Barrow Zoo.
Well,
So-
tell everyone you know who calls it that to
Spread
go
the
fuck
word.
themselves.
Okay, I will. But on a lighter note, well, not on a lighter note, because emus, like, there's no one watching them. And it's like emus and I think some other things, like, is it joeys or something? I don't know.
Yeah, Joey's are like baby kangaroos.
I like joeys. I really want a Zoe. Oh god,
You want
a Joey.
You want a Zoe?
Um,
Maybe that's a
I've
nickname for a
I've
female
got
baby
one in
kangaroo.
the house.
no, it's literally because I'm talking to Sid. Anyway, but no, I would like a Joey because I think they're quite cute. To be honest,
I
you know.
don't think the mother would approve.
Well, the mother doesn't need to know.
Well, I think it'll know when
We
something's
can-
missing out of its fucking pouch.
Well,
Mum's the word on this.
we'll just bring her in as well. You know, sit her down, give her like a cup of kangaroo tea or something, and you know, off you go.
I like how you come up with a game plan to steal a child basically from its mother.
No, I'm bringing. I've got the mother kangaroo in it as well.
All right, so
sit her down at the table with like a jar of Vegemite, make her feel at home. You know, it's not a problem. And then no, I was talking about the emus, not fucking kangaroos. And like I don't know, the emus there, they're horrible because they're like, there's just like a little, there's like a hut, I guess I can call it, of like finger cuts of reptiles, and there's like one snake and probably like a bag of like gym socks or something, and googly eyes stuck on them. And then like I was in there once as a child, and just fucking emu just blocked the door, and it was just like it was looking at me, and I was like, I'm quite scared because I was like, I don't know, I was like about the size of a meter ruler, I'd say. So about a meter tall, I guess. And this emu was just like looming over me. I'm like, fuck are you looking at, sunshine? And like, oh, it's just kind of, it's quite intimidating, really, just having this giant bird stare at you.
Yeah, the fact that you think it's about to peck your fucking eyes out or some shit. But, well, as I said, I'm from the town where that zoo is, so me and my mum and my brother would go there quite a lot when we were younger. And I remember just like there'd be many occasions where we'd be walking around that enclosure where the emus wander freely. There'd be times where like we'd be on the path and it feels like we're fucking surrounded, and like, then just like you sort of look for a gap, it's like go, and it's like fucking run for all these emus. But yeah, I would accurately describe being around an emu as like feels like you're being mugged by a giant ostrich. But the emu isn't as bad as its other Australian cousin, the cassowary.
What is a cassowary?
A cassowary, my lad, is basically an emu that looks goofier and is more pissed off.
I think I've seen them. Are they the ones with like the really scary looking teeth? Or is that just some stupid Photoshop picture I believed?
I don't think cassowary. No, cassowary don't have teeth. If you look for a picture of it, they've got like a very colourful plume.
A plume. Ooh.
A very colourful plumage. You know, they look kind of goofy. You know, like that bird from that fucking Disney Pixar film Up.
Oh yeah.
Except just imagine that bird from Disney Pixar film Up, except it's more violent and angry, and will kick the shit out of you.
Oh, has it got like? It's kind of blue, isn't it?
Yeah, it's blue.
Oh god, these look kind of disturbing.
Yeah, as I said, it's just like a more pissed off version of an emu. I think we've lost Seth at the moment. Seth's fucking internet so exposed. Seth's fucking internet so exposed. Exactly, Seth. No, I'm not.
It's like I never left.
They're fucking horrible and will kill you if they're given the chance.
Yeah. We just lost Seth for a moment there, so there's been like 3 minutes of sort of like awkward. Okay, the podcast has been interrupted.
We're kind of like, oh, how will we continue without the master? Sorry, probably shouldn't shout. People trying to sleep. Oopsie.
All right, fucking Donald Duck.
I'll have you know it's Donald Trump to you.
All right, sorry.
Oh, sorry. Well, we were talking about those birds that looked like they were going to completely like nut you if you got on the bad side of them.
Yeah, cassowary. So if you look up a YouTube video, you can just see people like putting like blocks out to them or something, and they'll just kick the shit out of it.
How do you spell it?
Cassowary. It's CASSWARY. I think I've just spelled Cassowary just then. But there you go. Fun tidbit at home. Cassowary are mean motherfuckers. Also, another fun fact. On the Australian flag, you have the kangaroo... Not the flag. It's like an emblem for Australia. You have the kangaroo and the emu. And both those animals are unable to physically move backwards. Fact.
Factoid.
Fact. But no.
But
I don't know. I'd like to talk a bit more about owning a joey, really, because
I was gonna pose a question to you. Hypothetically, if you could get a joey, what would you do with it?
I would just like let it fucking jump around the house. If I'm honest, I mean, it might completely kick the shit out of everything, but you know, look at them. I've just googled them, and like they're great. They're like little kangaroos. Well, they are, but.
So you'd be willing to tear apart this child from its parents just so you can laugh at it, kick the shit out of stuff within your own household?
That's essentially what everyone does if they buy a dog. So
That's different, though.
how's it different?
In some way.
Well, I don't know. A kangaroo seems like an odd pet to have around the house.
Obviously you're not. I'm just gonna say, but I don't think every Australian owns a kangaroo.
Well, funnily enough, my Australian relatives didn't own a kangaroo.
Well, they're not fully Oh, not all of them are Australian, so it's not like I don't know. I just want a kangaroo. Really, I think they're funny. Um, well,
You just sort of laugh at it, and
That's-
it's like, Daddy,
that's-
feed me. You're just like, it's kicking the pillow.
To be fair, that's why Mike
It's
Tyson got
crying.
a tiger.
Well, it's good to know that.
like, okay, I'm sorry. It's just like I'm looking at picture of Joe, and this just kind of appeared, and it makes me laugh. Just look at it.
All right, Seth has just posted a picture of.
It's just kind of, it's sort of disturbing.
Right, so Seth has just posted a picture of a Joey from Peppa Pig.
But it's kind of it's just staring into your soul. It's horrible.
Well, funnily enough, Peppa Pig characters have very blank features.
Oh,
You literally have the eyes, a rosy cheek, and a smile, and a nose, and that's it. That's your lot.
the nose is usually like part of the head. Usually,
The,
Yeah,
no-
like
the nose on that, though, looks like it's a full stuffing Comic Sans.
it probably is.
you know those earrings that you get, the earbuds.
Yeah.
Looks like he's got one of those on. He's just got a really flat face. Nobody at home, nobody listening is gonna know what the fuck we're talking about.
We just described a picture. Well done, guys.
We described a picture
Well-
from a toddler's TV program.
Well, you know what? For those
Alright,
of you listening at home,
We
if you
talked about
glance,
one video game.
hold on. For those of you watching at home, if you just quickly go to the YouTube video right now, you can see a picture that we've just talked about.
There you go.
There you go.
Sort of-
You've just
Well,
Unless if you're listening to this when you go to sleep,
you've
which
put
I
even
don't know
more
how.
editing on the shoulders of Adam.
No, Adam
right
did
there,
it.
Seth.
Adam did it himself. But I was gonna say, I don't know if people ever listen. Like, I was gonna say people ever listen.
nobody
to
listens to this
listen.
shit.
No, if
No,
people like,
of course they
because
do.
some people like listen to stuff when they go to sleep. I do. George does because
Yep.
Yeah,
You've slept in this
Adam
room.
does.
I do on
Like-
occasion.
And like, I don't know if anyone would listen to. I doubt anyone would listen to MMUGG Talks because of just the amount of fucking shit is being launched at them at once.
Listening to our soothing voices talk about stealing baby kangaroos from their mothers.
And birds that that probably wouldn't think twice about tearing you apart.
Probably not, no.
But anyway,
This is a gaming
I need to get off
podcast.
this.
and we're talking about goddamn kangaroos.
Well, I don't.
This is off our talk of city skylines.
I don't
Our
like
latest-
City Skylines seems like the only like relevant game I've played that's like new
Well,
at the moment.
Well, it's mainly just because. Well, it's mainly just because people are like, "Holy shit! It's a city building game that's good. We haven't seen one of those for a while."
We haven't seen one of these in 8 years.
I know. I
Shit,
never.
it
I didn't play the 2013 SimCity, so
It's.
I wouldn't know.
It was okay. It was just extremely flawed.
I wanted to buy it, but
Yeah, it was quite
expensive.
simple as well.
It was a game I wanted to be really good, but it just turned out to be shit. I got into the beta and I thought, "Wow, this looks great! I can't wait for them to finish it off."
This is a great demo. Oh wait, it's the whole game.
Oh shit!
actually, did you see the April Fool's thing that EA did, saying they fixed servers on Twitter, and then it's just like, oh, April Fools.
That's a bit cruel. There we go. We're actually doing our work. I got you. It's like all
I
those.
didn't do this in any
Oh,
way. shape, or
darn you, EA.
It's like all those people on Facebook who were announcing to their boyfriends that they were pregnant on April Fool's Day. You know, it just seems overly cruel.
Yeah, I know someone that did the whole like I'm pregnant prank, and then he pranked her back by saying I'm leaving you.
Oof.
I mean, they're fine now. It's just like I was kind of like, oh, that's kind of what you get, really.
We'll laugh about this when we're older. The time I threatened to leave you because you said you were pregnant, but then you were, and then we all.
Well,
had a
it's
fucking
because
giggle.
it's because he knew she was joking.
Ah, I see. Well, that makes it okay then.
It makes it slightly better than earlier,
Well,
but not but not acceptable.
Well, I guess there's not too much gaming news at the moment. I mean, we've just had April Fool's Day, so plenty of gaming hoaxes came out.
I really like if Half-Life 3 ever does get released. This is on like kind of topic about gaming. I want them to actually release it on like the 1st of April.
Well, I'm kind of worried about Half-Life 3. I feel like it's getting to the
I
point
want
that it's going to
them
end
to
up...
announce it on the 1st.
I'm kind of worried about Half-Life 3 because I feel like it's going to get to the extent that Duke Nukem Forever did, where they just kept putting it off for so long.
Yeah, however, that is Gearbox and those sort of guys.
Well, it got passed through like loads of different developers just trying to finish it off. Because there was one point where the game was officially dead, and then Gearbox just tried to resurrect it, and then everyone was like, "Okay, this was not worth it. This was not worth the wait or for the resurrection."
Why did we do this?
It's pretty much the story of Frankenstein.
I'm pretty sure if like Valve just decided to make a game rather than updating their games, that it'd be pretty good.
Well,
Actually, that's...
Sorry, go on, Seth. Oh, is it? I thought you fucking dare. Seth. Seth is a massive dickhead. That's because his internet is totally shit. Cause it's fucking up the podcast. Cause he's a twat. So, once again, it's another cut because Seth's internet sucks dicks.
Yep. That's the joy of using insert internet here.
So, this is going to be quite a choppy edit. I'm not sure.
If it's terrible editing, blame Adam.
If it's terrible editing, blame Seth's internet provider, Sky. Because apparently the sky is not the limit.
Oh.
Believe in
Kizzy
shit
Keck.
internet.
Yeah.
But no, I was about to... Because George mentioned about Valve to stop updating their games and make a new one. I mentioned that CSGO has had an update. And not a great update, because one of the main maps used in a competitive playing has been removed from the competitive scene. Which is the map Nuke. Which is kind of annoying, because that was one of my favourite maps.
I didn't know you were into the competitive scene of CSGO.
I am. I have been for about a year now.
Do you get some elite 360 no-scopes?
I get all the 720 double backflip no-scopes.
420 Blazer Kinects.
As I spark up a doobie.
I don't know, I've never gotten into Counter-Strike, because I always feel like aiming in that game and try to hit someone is just complete and utter bullshit.
It's because of
I've never got into it because I've never had a powerful enough computer.
It's all about the recoil and crap, really. It's what you gotta get into with it.
Then again, in a close quarters combat game, I tend to freak out and spam the shit out of the left mouse button. And just pray to God that by the time I'm done clicking, the guy I'm aiming at will not be alive anymore.
Not be there anymore.
We'll be on the floor in a pool of red.
It's how we'd all react in an actual situation.
Yeah, that's how we would react in an
Just
actual...
left clicking.
What? What? So in a situation where we're being mugged, a guy pulls out a Glock. He's like, "Give me your money." I'm like, "Ah!" And then he just starts
just randomly pull out like a wireless mouse and start clicking.
And he's like, "The fuck you doing?"
Yeah,
It's like, "Bang bang, you
I'll pull out
nasty
my-
brute!"
Wireless mouse. Go shit, not video game.
Just a fun fact: if you're being mugged, don't get out your wireless mouse because it'll just pop a cap in your ass and that'll
Get
be
out your wireless controller instead. It's got triggers.
Then anyways, there's not really too much going on at the moment in gaming news and releases. I mean, there's a few things that have come out that I haven't played, like Bloodborne.
Yeah, I don't have a PS4. There's a problem with that one.
It's apparently amazing, but it's more Dark Souls, and I haven't even finished Dark Souls 2 because
I currently have Dark Souls 2 vacuum wrapped in my drawer.
it's a very cruel game.
I just don't have the time at the moment to play that game.
But just on the
Like-
horizon in 2 weeks is Grand Theft Auto 5 for the PC at last.
Oh,
Hooray! Again, a game that I won't buy for that system
Oh, okay.
because I can't afford a computer right now.
So, Seth, are you buying GTA 5 for PC?
probably. Are you, Adam?
Probably. Well, I'm gonna wait till we find out what the port's like, just because after GTA 4 for PC, I don't trust Rockstar quite yet.
Yeah, and
It
also
might
because of
be
all the
shit
delays as
still.
well.
Well, I'm not too fussed about delays. To me, that says okay, it's not ready yet. Just give it a bit longer, and we'll just do all the tweaks, make sure it's good before we give it to you. Because you know, I'm sure you want a game that works when you buy it.
Yeah,
You know,
I don't know.
Destiny,
Like-
SimCity. I'm looking at you.
Yeah, but the thing is that Watch Dogs even was horribly delayed, and that came out shit. So,
Yeah, that came out and it was just average.
but I think thing is though is like GTA 5 already has like a fucking solid foundation.
Because
If I can call it that.
ooh, that's something else about GTA 5. Heists have come out.
I haven't played them yet. So, have you played them
Yeah.
yet, Adam?
I've only
I
played.
bet you have with all your friends, haven't you?
I've only played one of the heists, and it was the 2-player one. And it was jolly good fun, but I haven't played any of the proper manic ones yet. Like, I've been watching some videos on YouTube, and some of the setup missions involve, like, stealing military vehicles, like a fucking jump jet, like an Apache helicopter, and a gunship, all that crazy kind of shit.
Yeah, I've watched a couple of the heist like YouTube videos, and they look fun for when I've actually finished uni.
Oh god, yeah, you've got like a month left, haven't you? Month and a half.
Yeah, I've got to like finish essays and then revise rapidly for subjects that I haven't really been to.
You sound incredibly enthusiastic about that.
Yeah, I can't wait. I can't wait.
I just can't believe it's not butter.
It's gonna be the best day of my life.
I don't know. There's not really any games I'm looking excited for at the moment.
This isn't turning out to be a great gaming podcast at the moment.
We talked
Oh.
about kangaroos and butter.
I think what I'm looking forward to is really like just Nintendo shit. To be honest.
You know, I'm not a massive Nintendo guy, if I'm honest. I know it's blasphemy in your house, George, but
Yeah, I know, right? Like the two latest consoles I have are fucking Nintendo.
Well, they've just had their Nintendo Direct, haven't they?
Yeah, N64 and DS games are coming to the Wii U,
Makes sense.
especially the DS ones. Sort of makes sense.
Well,
But
I had a feeling when they announced the controller was going to have its own screen that was touchscreen, I kind of thought at some point, are they just going to bring out all the DS games onto...
you can play Nintendos, George.
Maybe, question mark.
So they're just going to walk into your room like one late night and you're going to be there like training a virtual Labrador.
I had Nintendogs. I had the Dalmatians edition.
Oh, cheeky!
And now I suddenly feel sick inside because I realise I've got that game sat right next to me at the moment in my little pouch. Right next to my Joey.
The thing I'm most...
And I haven't played that game in like 4 years.
Yeah, they're all dead.
I don't know, but I read this thing and it was like,
the
you know that
thing I'm
Nintendo you left on your DS closed? It's crying uncontrollably right now.
Oh.
But I never had Nintendo, so I don't have to feel bad, but...
Same. No, like Super Mario 64 and Yoshi's Island DS will be available like immediately. So they're available now. And then there's a Yoshi and WarioWare game coming out on April 9th.
Alright,
Donkey Kong 64 is out on April 16th.
sorry.
Mario Kart.
I'm gonna have to check. I can't think it. Where is it? Where is it? Sorry, you guys keep talking. I'm just looking for. There it is.
Yeah, Mario Kart DS is out on April 23rd, and the one I'm excited about is Paper Mario, which will be out April 30th, and they're all about £9. So you can either get ROMs or just pay Nintendo for them. So they'll make more Paper Mario because that is a fucking great series.
Never played it. I've only played the only Mario games I've played is actually I don't know. I've played a lot of them. I can't remember. I haven't played the ones on 64. If there's any on GameCube, and
there's Sunshine on
3DS
GameCube.
ones.
There's Luigi's Mansion on GameCube.
I would have played those in.
There's Paper Mario Thousand Year Door, which is really good, which Nintendo should just put onto the Wii U. Fuck you, Nintendo. He's actually
Adam, are you playing
Nintendo.
Nintendogs?
It's okay, it's fine. Right,
He's
so anyways,
not dead.
continue.
Adam, did you actually feel
I'm-
that bad? You had to check on your virtual Dalmatian, sorry.
Not quite, I just wanted to be funny.
Yeah.
Now I sound like a sick monster for saying, yeah, let's check on my dog I haven't seen in 5 years. I was about to say 4 and then I said 5 and it came out as 5.
Five.
Like I'm a
They made the money. They now use them in Wii and Smash Bros. Stages.
Now I awkwardly have to put all these games back into this pouch without creating a shit ton of noise. Oh, you gentlemen just carry on. I'll be with you in a moment.
But yeah, Paper Mario is like an RPG version of Mario, and it's actually got some witty humor and is fucking expensive to buy.
It's like
Which is why.
Only like 40 quid on the GameCube.
Yeah, I want a copy of Thousand Year Door on the GameCube because there's no other way to actually play it except emulating it, which I sort of feel bad about because I've never owned the game in the first place.
My dog's okay.
Adam is now gonna.
I can sleep well tonight knowing it's still alive.
Barely.
Can't remember.
Now they've closed the DS, it's crying again. You got its hopes up, Adam.
Well, too fucking bad.
I'm starting to feel bad for your Nintendo. How could you, Adam? How could you?
Oh, it's only a bunch of pixels and data.
And yeah, I guess. I was gonna try and make you feel, but it's like, well, shit, can't argue with that.
Just suck all the magic out of it.
Just completely ruin everything.
Yes, indeed.
I don't know. Is there much more gaming news we could spew
No,
about?
because it's just been April Fool's Day, and so you can't actually trust anything that's said.
Good point.
Like, Binding of Isaac Rebirth might make its way.
I don't know. I've seen a lot of people playing that today, as in 2, but you know.
Yeah. So
No, it's a good game. I love it, but it's
on the subject of April Fools, there was this one product that Amazon announced on April Fool's Day, and basically I'll describe it to you like this. So imagine in your household, you know, you have your usual essentials. You have coffee, you have toilet roll, washing up liquid, all that kind of shit. Now, imagine, sort of in the general areas where you use these items, let's say you're about to run out of fairy washing up liquid, and then stuck to the wall next to where you normally keep it is a little button, and it has an image of that product, of fairy washing up liquid. And then you press that button, and then that pings Amazon to create an order for more fairy washing up liquid.
that just sounds shit.
Yeah.
No,
The thing was, they announced that, and everyone was like, "Okay, good one, Amazon. That's a good April Fool's joke." Actually, it's real. They're genuinely bringing this out. Which me and Henry were talking about this yesterday.
Isn't it pointless?
Well, we were talking about this yesterday. We thought the idea is pretty good. The idea that you can just quickly order stuff that you need for the house constantly. But how it's been executed is shit. Like, what if you decided to change brand of what washing up liquid you wanted? You'd have to buy an entire new fucking button. Plus, couldn't you just do this on like a smartphone app?
Yeah,
It's like,
that's why it's pointless. Well, I would say that it might not be. Why would you need it though? I was going to say it might not be pointless in like
I think it's,
up and coming like countries.
I think it's just mainly for convenience. Like you just do it, bam, done.
Yeah, rather than going take like 2 steps out, which is the whole point of Amazon in the first place.
Or just casually pulling out your phone and going, "Oh, I want that done." Now you can turn that like 2-second action into 1 second.
With the press of a button.
For people who lack patience.
And yeah, just I was going to say patience. I was going to say, is there something else there?
What if the button got stuck?
Well, you got a lot of fairy liquid then, mate.
We just send out a continuous order for fairy washing up liquid. And then you just drown in fairy washing up liquid because it's all occupying your household. As you are consumed by the green gloop. Designed to cleanse your dishes, but now it merely cleanses you. Well, that got dark. But yeah, Amazon Dash, check it out.
Check it out, $9.99.
Or don't.
It's probably more expensive than that, but
8 out of 8, mate, would rate again.
great, mate. 8 out of 8. IGN.
Well, yeah, as I said, it's quite quiet at the moment for gaming news, so... well, we've just had our elections. We've found out who's won that. Lily's now chair. Is it Princess Dave is now treasurer? I should probably open up Facebook for this.
Dave's now secretary, I want to say.
Hold the phone while I load up the official post on
Matt Davis is treasurer.
And Robin and Sarah are still on the committee.
Yeah, Robin is vice chair. Sarah is social sec.
So, we'll have to see how this goes.
Find out next week or in the next year when MMUGG Talks.
Find out about 5 months down the line.
Do we know what the Arkham Knight delay is?
I think it's been delayed till next year now. Or very late this year. Oh, is it? No, bollocks, I can't actually remember. We probably should have researched this before we actually started, but...
I probably should have researched this.
But, you know...
Before I asked the question.
None of us came into this with a game plan.
No,
we literally just got together and we said, what should we talk about?
And also, it's been pretty loosey-goosey with, like, how we...
Loosey-goosey?
Yeah, I'm using a Sethism.
Is that a Sethism? I've never...
Yeah, that's a Sethism. I use it, like... When I visit the house a lot, I'm just kind of like... I say a lot of things like, my arms have gone fizzy, loosey-goosey, all the other crap I come out with.
After you take a hit from a bong, do you go all, oh, I'm all crispy now?
Oh, I'm like Walkers. Get the salt and vinegar, mates.
You just rub crisps into your arm.
Into my eyes.
Oh.
Oh, that would sting. Especially salt and vinegar.
Oh, it's a bit stingy.
It's a bit stingy.
Well, I guess we could use this opportunity to shamelessly plug our project, Fucked Parrot Gaming. You can just...
So great, you'll want to rub crisps in your eyes. No, we have actually been partnershiped recently. Though.
Yeah, we've joined up with Alliance Network. It's a bunch of fledgling YouTube gamers.
Yeah, Sarah's
Alliance, yeah,
channel.
Sarah's in channel.
Well, quite.
Good job.
I mean, Sarah is our muse for Fucked Parrot Gaming. It was our inspiration.
It was inspired.
Quite right. It was. We looked upon Doom Pigeon. We thought, could we do better than that? And I looked Seth deep into the eye with a single tear as I gently caressed my genitalia and said, "Yes,
yes,
I think we can.
Yes, we can."
And here we are today.
And that's how Barack Obama was elected President of the United States.
President of Thomas Cook.
Don't book it. Fuck
Thomas
it in the
Cook.
ass.
Is that actually the slogan for Thomas Cook?
Yeah, don't book it, Thomas Cook it.
Yeah.
That used to be the slogan, at least.
Thomas Cook
Don't-
it. You can't
Yep.
cook a holiday.
You could.
That's fucking
Yeah.
dumb.
Tom can.
Well, Tom's fucking nuts.
Yeah,
This is
he's
crazy.
mental.
There's this concept that
He actually is in an asylum.
that he can turn
Back time. Yes, I know. He does
turn-
the classic song all the time.
an idea of spending time away from your job and other pursuits and cooking it into an editable food source. Yeah, quite. So, if you're in the neighbourhood of Adstove 107, check out our content, subscribe and like, and join the Budgie Brigade today. Oh, and subscribe to this channel that you're currently on. That would be cool as well, I guess. You know, spread a little love. Not
Get
like
down tonight.
not like the kind of way where you stalk someone and spread that kind of love. No, that's creepy, and you should probably rethinking that part of your life. Seth,
Spit it out quick.
What?
you should rethink about what you're doing with that part of your life.
I'm sorry, I will. Just for you. Just for you!
Spreading your love.
Who doesn't want a good bit of love spread?
I think we're gonna wrap this up because, like, masturbating for the 4th time in a row, things are running a bit dry. so
And so? Red. Fire red.
Right. So this has been another edition of MMUGG Talks. Yeah.
Tune in next year for another one.
Where we might
Tune in
actually
next
have
time
a
when
game
I've
plan of what we're going to talk about.
Or we might actually have topics.
When I've actually finished Final Fantasy X.
And where this won't turn into ramblings about stealing fucking baby kangaroos.
I said stealing, nothing about fucking baby kangaroos.
I never say. Well, no, don't. Just as a heads up, if somebody says, "Do you want to fuck a baby kangaroo?" the answer's no. Just no. You just walk away from
Yeah,
that.
because
That
it's
shit ain't.
wrong on several levels.
That shit ain't cool. All right, Joeys are adorable. You don't take your genitalia anywhere near those Joeys.
Alright, I'll be honest. I'm thinking of the Friends character now.
That also don't do that because that's how you get a restraining order.
Don't go up to Matt Le Blance and try and get him to be Joey from Friends and try and fuck him.
Friends, the one where Matt Le Blance's character awkwardly watched someone masturbate at him from a bush.
I thought in the corner of his apartment. Just there going,
But he's like,
hello, Joey.
he's masturbating with one hand and holding a bush leaf with the other, trying to
This
hide.
is a great goodbye.
It is great. We've gone from saying a goodbye to on about a guy masturbating at Matt Le Blanc holding a bush leaf. So thank you for joining us for this rather shitty edition of MMUGG Talks. I'm Adam Miles, and
I am Seth Watkinson,
I was someone.
but no longer am
George. Do
George.
it properly.
Come on, George, get with
My
it.
name is George and I'm saying goodbye.
Yay! And with that, goodbye. Like,
Goodbye.
favourite and subscribe and all that bollocks. And goodbye.
Gamergate.